So you are ready to go to United States, you've got your dream admits and you are almost there, but there's one big barrier, which is your F1 visa. Without that, you're not going to be able to go to United States, and that is the ultimate deciding factor for your fate, whether you'll be in United States or not. So in this video, I decided that, okay, let's break this down to the most common F1 visa interview question. Like, these are probably, you've heard it 1,000 times in every single student experience. So what if I can bring those down? Now, this is not just coming from me, and I'm not giving you the advice. This is actually coming from former visa officers like Yvette, and you can see I've made a 5 to 6 detailed videos. These are from the ex-visa officers who have served in the consulate like Mumbai Embassy and Delhi Embassy. And I was actually also had an opportunity to be in the Mumbai Embassy and do an interview with a visa officer right there in the embassy. So this information is coming from those podcasts that I filmed. But if you want the link to all those detailed podcasts, I'll make sure to put it in the description. We also have like an ultimate F1 visa course with the ex-visa officer. If you're interested to need an extra help, please consider joining that as well. Now, let's start with what are the most important questions, or what are the most common questions for F1 visa interview. If you're new to this channel, my name is Yudi. I was an international student 10 years ago, and on this channel we talk about everything related to studying in United States, how to select your university, to how to get on-campus job, to how to get internships and full-time job, and podcasts with the students who have gotten the full-time job. So if you are in this journey, consider joining us and our community by subscribing to this channel, and I hope that this will be valuable to you. Alright, so the first common question is, why did you choose this university? Let me tell you how most students answer this question. And usually they'll say, it's got 12:1 student faculty ratio. I've done research on this professor and it has a great research facility and it has great lab, etc. You see, it sounds nice, but that's exactly the problem. It sounds too nice and too generic. Everybody is saying the same thing, and visa officer has heard this every single day, in fact every single hour. So instead, they are just really trying to understand you as an individual, not what is that you like about that university. Instead, they're trying to understand, how is this decision personal to you? Why did you come to that conclusion that this university is going to help you in the future? So your research needs to be solid. My answer when I got my F1 visa, that I actually met Chico State University when they came to India in one of the education fair, and they told me that there was very less Indian students, and that piqued my interest because I want to be there where I'm put in the position where I get to explore different culture and diversity. So that was one of my main reason, other than how one of the professors that I really like about his software engineering course and so on and so forth. You see, it's very personal. I made it sound like it is about me, and there was a thought, there was an intentional decision. It was not just out of blue that, oh, this university, one of the top university and ranked 9 and all of that. Everybody says that, right? It can be even as simple as, I didn't want it to be in a very cold winters, or I didn't want it to be like extremely hot. So I knew that I don't want to go into those states. And that's why I knew that I had to be in California or Florida or Texas, because I love those weather. And since I'm from this weather, I wanted to be in the similar weather. Again, this is more personal to you. That's why you chose those area, and then you go more deeper into why that university as well. So again, make sure that you give the real reason. Again, a senior from your undergrad, you can also say that your classmate went to the university that you are going to. You spoke to them, you spoke to a couple of alumni, and you found out about XYZ thing about the university. You attended a virtual education fair and you understood and you spoke to the people, the international department, name drop it, like who was it, like I spoke to Cindy or I spoke to James and they told me about XYZ things about it, and that then I did the research. Now that makes it like so personal that okay, he's not just like randomly thinking about it. He actually learned about it, the university, done the research, and that's why it made sense for him to go to that university or her to go to that university. Make sense? Again, make sure that it is very intentional, it's very thoughtful. Practicing this is going to be the key. This is by far the most important question and most common, and it will drive your other half of the visa interview question because it will be asked why this university. So make sure you practice it. Now, let's go to the next question, which is why this major? What will you study? Right? They are really trying to understand, are you serious? Because again, think about it. They know that it is an $50,000 to $100,000 investment. They understand that it is a big thing that you're going. So you better be interested in the field that you're going to, and you better have an understanding of why you want to do masters in first place, and how does this relate to the career. What is this major going to do for your future career? And one of the ex-visa officer, Yvette, told me that many students fumble even here. They say computer science but can't even name a single course that they will study. And she's speaking from educating 10,000 visa cases. She's told me this. And again, visa officer doesn't care that what course the computer science department or computer science major has, because they already know that information. But why that course is important to you and why that major is important to you. For example, in my case, I said I'm really interested in software engineering because Todd Gibson was one of the professors that he was teaching that in that course, they actually make you work with the startup and solve the real problem for them from entire software development lifecycle, where you have to be in the team as a scrum team and an agile team, throw some complex words. Even you might think that, oh, they won't understand what I'm trying to say. No, they will. And that shows the true passion that you have for it. You can't say I'm passionate about computer science. You can show it by your answers that here's why I am geeking out about this thing, because this is fascinating and this is what I want to learn, and this is how it's related to your future career. Here's some other example. You can even say like, okay, I'm planning to do masters in computer science with a focus of machine learning and artificial intelligence. And in the first semester, I actually plan to take like the courses like linear algebra and for ML and maybe advanced algorithm, and that has been taught by this professor who does this XYZ experiments during the assignments. I've actually found this information from the seniors. When I was doing my research, I spoke to the seniors and they told me that you get to work on these projects, and it is fascinating to me because I will actually get to work on the projects that are being used in the real world example. You see, it's so personal and it's yet so unique to you. No one is gonna know this answer. It's not a textbook answer because you've done the research. Right? Does that make sense? Again, idea is that you want to tell visa officer that you're here for academics. You're not just here to United States because someone else is doing it, because everyone else is doing it, just for the opportunities. You're actually here to advance your career, and this is the major that will help you advance the career. So you need to tie it back that your dream future goal is to do software engineering. You want to build tech products, and because of that, computer science, and these are the courses that will help you build your career in software engineering and build your tech products, right? So I want to build AI tool for Indian languages, and this university has a dedicated an NLP track that fits perfectly, and that is why I love this major. Let me know if you have more questions. I can do a separate session with visa officer to even go in depth about this question. Let me know in the comment section. All right, moving on to the third one, which is funding your education. This is probably also most important question because you have to show and demonstrate, do you have funds to study in United States? Are you going to rely on government to pay you? Are you going to go for unauthorized employment? This is what they're trying to judge based on your funding situation. So the visa officer is going to ask you, how are you going to fund your education? Don't just say, my dad is a businessman, or I've got savings of this XYZ number. And this is probably a myth that you have to have 1.5 times the I-20 amount in your bank account, right? This is probably what has been told to you, has been taught to you, but there's no policy or manual in F1 visa regulation. This is exactly told to us by visa officer that you don't have to have that much money, but you do have to demonstrate how are you going to fund your first year of education, and is there an incoming fund? You have fund incoming that you're not going to rely on US government, you're not going to rely on unauthorized employment, and CPT, OPT, on-campus job does not count. So none of those should be in your answer. So they just want to make sure that you are good, stable, right? So you can give more context. Don't keep it short that I've got money, or I have savings, or my dad is a businessman, or my dad does this XYZ, my parents are sponsoring, and he's doing this, so and so forth, right? You actually want to explain the context. My father runs a textile export business and makes about 20 to 25 lakhs rupees per year and he has assets worth of 1.5 crore. We've already paid the deposit and my first year is fully covered, and we have savings of about 35 lakh rupees in our bank. Plus we have also got an education loan from XYZ banks for another 30 lakhs rupees, and that is how we are funding my education. So this clearly gives them that, okay, you understand your financial situation. You also explain them that how the money is going to come next year, and there is your father is running the business, you are telling the annual revenue and so on and so forth. And so that whether it's your father, mother, uncle, sister, brother, or a bank loan, explain the context and give them full clarity. Don't make them guess it. Now the fourth common question is, what are your plans after studying in United States? This one is very tricky. Remember, F1 is a non-immigrant visa. So you don't want to say that you want to settle in United States. Yeah. And also, here's the thing. They already know that you might actually do CPT or OPT, right? You shouldn't rely on saying something like, I'll repay the loan through OPT or CPT, I'll do co-ops. Visa officers don't want to hear that because they know OPT is not guaranteed and it can be delayed, it can be revoked, and technically it's not a job guarantee. It's just a work authorization. So what do you say? Instead, talk about your plans back home. You can say, I plan to return and join my dad's company, or I really want to build a tech product and that is how I'm gonna generate revenue, etc. Or you can say, I've been working in this industry and India is growing in this sector and I hope to implement some of the skills that I've learned and come back and also join back the company. Again, if that is true, then you should say that. Or you can say there's a startup ecosystem that is booming in Bangalore for health tech, and I am going to be learning a lot of healthcare, how to build tech products for healthcare specific industry, which is also AI powered solution. And that is what I want to really do. So I'm hoping to learn all those skills and implement those skills and come back and implement in the startup in Bangalore. Again, it shows that you have some plan. Don't just rely on, I'll stay back on OPT. Something like that is going to be a red flag. And not having any plan is also going to be a red flag. Practicing is the key. Now, final question is, have you ever been denied? And if you have, then don't say no, obviously. Just say yes, because if you ever lie, then you are probably going to be banned from US permanently. So you want to be honest because they already have that information. So yes, I was denied tourist visa in 2022, and I don't know is completely okay answer to say I don't know why I was denied. Perhaps it could be because I was not able to explain my plans clearly to the visa officer. And if it was a prior F1 visa rejection, they might ask you like, why do you think you were rejected? Again, you can say that, officer, I think I might have not been able to explain my situation to visa officer about the university that I was planning to go. And actually, while I was waiting, I changed my university, if you actually changed, and I would like to explain you that, why I'm going to this university. So Yvette actually told me one of the most disappointing things for her was visa officers seeing student lie. So just don't lie. Now again, there is more details with visa officers. Make sure to check the link in the description. But these are the 5 top most common question every single time they will ask you. I hope it helped you understand the perspective. I hope it helps you prepare your answer. Practicing is the key. I'm going to make several other videos on this topic. Please let me know what questions you have in the mind for this topic. And before you go, if you're planning to come to fall 2025 or spring 2026, job market is extremely brutal and you want to have an early start to your career. We come and join our ultimate job hunting course and community. We do this as a team. We have an amazing WhatsApp community. As soon as you join the course and community, you will get invited to a special WhatsApp group. I will be there and we do weekly sessions, the monthly sessions, there's a resume course and there's a LinkedIn course. You want to have everything ready before you go to United States. Trust me on that, and I'll teach you everything you need to do for on-campus job, to scholarships, to getting a co-op and internship, and so on and so forth. I'll put the link in the description. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep smiling and keep hustling. You gotta hustle every single day. Again, if you like this one, make sure to watch this entire playlist of F1 visa videos.